Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Law and Order Legacies. The game is oddly silent when you're just sitting here. No background music, nothing playing. At least none that I hear. Let's go ahead and... Turns out that the security guard that was lying to us before seems to have more things he wasn't telling us, and he is now a potential suspect.
We found some graffiti in the alley behind your store. Pretty nasty stuff. The kind of thing might start a local gang war.
The wind blows and it starts a gang war. So what?
What do you think would happen if somebody tagged over PK's name?
How the hell would I know? I got no idea.
Is he telling the truth? No, because we saw on his blog that he exactly knew what might happen. Plus, he was asking a general question, what do you think? Video of security guard posted on the internet and the spray can paint found on the alley tell a tale.
You spelled it out for us on the White Nation Socialist website. Find a tag, cross it out, add a rival's tag.
We found a can of black spray paint in the alley. I'm betting your prints are all over it.
It was just an idea, protected by the First Amendment.
No, it
Doesn't
isn't.
prove that I actually shot anyone.
You can't vandalize property as an idea. Well, I guess the concept being posted on the internet is protected by the First Amendment, but it also potentially could be used as evidence towards conspiracy or later on. Let's talk about hate.
I don't get it. Why not channel all that passion into something positive?
Because we've got to take our cities and our neighborhoods back.
Found the red herring. Shooter.
One more chance. Who was the shooter?
I told you already. Lil Doc, Tarvaria Sims. I saw him shoot that woman.
Did the security guard see Tarvis fire his gun? No. He couldn't have. The gun was broken. Tarvaris' gun was not a ballistics match for the gun used to shoot the victim. And let's see. I guess that was the right choice. It's not
Wrong again.
hang around here.
So much for the superiority of the Aryan race. Sims's gun was not a match.
Let's talk about prison.
Do you know what they do to guys like you in Rikers?
I'll be safe. My brothers will protect me.
There's always going to come some moment when you're all alone.
Found another red herring. Police now threatening prison violence and turning a blind eye to prison violence, which is inappropriate, I would say.
You know, I just remembered. It wasn't Tarvarius who took those shots. It was someone from the other gang. The guys from Houston Street.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Saw the whole thing, remember?
Nope. This is still going to be a tough case, though. They're going to tear down that kid being blind and being a kid alone. Let's see. Tavir Sims said the other gang was unarmed. Now Tavir Sims is Little Doc.
I remember you told us you didn't see the shooting.
Book 'em. Book 'em, Dano.
Benson, let's book this punk. Send him to Rikers and let the brothers there teach him about peace, love, and racial harmony.
You look good for this, Zemsta. You got a history of hate speech against blacks. You have access to a weapon. You know the gang's involved. All I need now is a pretty little bow.
Damn it. No.
No? No what?
He was white. The shooter. Guy in the Charger. White guy. Damn idiot.
You're saying Scott Leonard was the shooter?
Yeah. I saw him there about an hour before.
Wait a minute. Scott
Nice
Leonard.
He was in our lot like 4 times this week. He'd just drink in the parking lot and sit there for hours. I told him to leave once. He flashed a gun at me. Thought he was there to buy drugs or something.
Oh, yeah? What was he drinking? What did the car look like?
The real cheap stuff. Mad Scotsman. The car was black with a big blue stripe. Charger, I think.
I think he's telling the truth. Why? Because it matches. But the name Scott Leonard sounds white. It just came up right there. Like, the shooter can't be Sims. There was a receipt from Mad Scotsman, and the charges registered to Scott Leonard. Did we find a match in the... Did this happen? Let's see. Again, the game feels like it's telling a story where there were some lines of dialogue and revelations just left out. And it seems like there was no quality checking here, because there's no talk of a match of a Leonard Scott anywhere here. Like, literally, Scott Leonard here is the first time this name has been said, and it was said by Benson. And that's ridiculous. Unless it was way back at the very beginning here on the receipt. Which... Let's see. Says, all the officer said is 4 bottles of Mad Scott. Someone was getting their drink on. That's all that even said. Shooter can't be Sims. There was a receipt for Mad Scotsman and a charger's registered to Scott Leonard. We don't know that. Neither one of these can be proved. Like... I guess this is the right one, but that isn't true.
I hate to say it, but he's making a positive ID here.
And would finally prove what Henry's been telling us about where he heard the shots.
Oh, why did he have to be white?
You were supposed to protect people, you sad, sick piece of trash. Now a mother is dead and her kid
Yeah,
is
this
an
guy
orphan
should
because
go
you were too
down
busy trying to start your
for
race
at least...
war.
It's coming whether you want it or not.
Go to hell.
Everything's starting to make
At
sense.
least lying to the police.
Really? I was thinking just the opposite.
Either way, we gotta check out Scott Leonard.
Like, so ham-fistedly moved us to this new next scene. And this next guy.
Mr. Scott Leonard?
Yeah?
I'm Detective Benson. This is Detective Curtis. We've got a warrant to search your garage.
You cops? Perceptive.
So I
What are
guess
we
we're
drinking
going
today,
there.
Mr. Leonard?
Mad Scotsman. That's funny, because I'm a mad Scot, man.
Today's a work day. Where are your people?
Laid them all off 2 years ago. Can't afford them. Economy.
Right, well, this shouldn't take long. Keep an eye out for the 9mm.
Does this qualify as
It'd be
public
nice to find something
drunkenness?
that'll go to motive, too.
Lenny Briscoe used to grab newspaper clippings, old photos, letters, and whatever else he could find. Sometimes it helped the DA establish motive in court.
Thanks. Good tip.
So we're supposed to circle objects. What are we looking for specifically? Ammo, gun, news clipping, and a memento. So maybe this guy...
Leo and Nina, our first anniversary.
So maybe he knew the mother. And maybe he got drunk and shot her on accident or on purpose. And we're looking for ammo. Let's check this box. Oh, this one's ammo amongst all these other
A
boxes.
box of ammo. Looks like it's for a 9mm. We can compare these to the casings we found at the scene.
Is this news clippings? This certainly didn't get added to The Walking Dead. I could see trying something like this though.
April 12th, 2010. Still no suspects in carjacking murder of Alphabet City woman. Woman's name is Nina Juarez. Nina.
So this guy may very well have been trying to avenge Nina and shot the woman instead, it seems. Unless he honestly thought it was the mother that did it. And now we're looking for a gun. And see if there was a gun in any of these cans, it would be way too many circles.
9mm.
I did
3 rounds
one
missing from the
extra
clip.
circle.
I think we got enough here.
So some of these you can get 3 or 4 extra bonus points. Some of these you can only get 1. It's very inconsistent, and these points don't seem to mean anything.
Mr. Leonard, I've been through the garage, and I gotta say, I got more questions.
Great.
You know, the first thing they would do is, could you put down the alcohol, please? We need you not drinking. Let's ask about Nina.
Who's Nina?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Strange, because I found a picture of you and her together. You look quite cozy.
Probably just someone from church. Sometimes these single ladies get cozy at the mixers. I can't remember their names.
No. Some of these are super easy. What did the inscription on the photograph say? At least 1 year anniversary.
Leo and Nina. 1 year anniversary.
Oh, okay. Nina was a girlfriend of mine. We was even engaged. So what?
So that's twice you lied to us about knowing her. Kinda makes me wonder what else you're lying about.
Haven't even asked anything else yet.
We found a gun in the garage. A 9mm. Yours?
A gun? No way. I got 2-3 people working for me out in my garage. Could belong to any one of them.
Is he telling the truth? No. He already said he laid them all off 2 years ago. But he didn't lay them off a month ago. He laid them off a couple of years
That's
ago.
funny. I remember you saying you laid them off 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's mine. I need it for protection. Gangbangers always trying to bust into my shop.
See, here's the problem. You might not even want to interview a guy like this right now because he can just come back in the court case, and I wouldn't be surprised if this does happen, and say that he was drunk and impaired, and thus his entire interview testimony should be thrown out. Ideally, I imagine the police would want to interview him right now and then re-interview him after they've kept him in prison long enough to sober up and see if he confirms it.
Where's Nina now?
We broke up. She moved somewhere down south. I got a postcard from her around here somewhere.
No, she was killed. Was she in life support? No, she was killed.
We know she was killed in a carjacking. We know that's why you're hurting.
The Charger was her car. I bought it for her, but it was hers. She was just stopped at a red light when it happened.
Yeah.
Those animals, those bangers, they killed her. Sims and his crew. Nina was everything to me. You don't know what it's like to find love so
That's way
late
too
in life.
fancy a car
You
to
grip it
be
strong
driving
with
around
both
New
hands.
York.
But she just disappeared.
If you did something in that parking lot,
No, it wasn't me shot that poor woman. I ain't never shot a gun before in my life, I swear.
I would say no, he's not telling the truth. 3 rounds missing from the clip of his gun.
the clip in your gun is missing 3 rounds. I'm betting we find them in Shar Jackson's body.
Scott Leonard, you're under arrest for the murder of Shar Jackson. Anything you do or say
This case
can
looks
will be
good,
used
but we're gonna
against
have to get those objections right, or we're still potentially gonna lose. It feels very much like they want us to lose.
Up to this. Are you sure this is going to hold up in court?
Me and Curtis looked into it. The Neurological Center at Columbia did a study where they confirmed that kids like Henry, who are blind since birth, are twice as likely to hear better than people who can see.
It's not just what he heard. He was very specific about where he heard it coming from.
The same study shows that blind people were much better at being able to pinpoint the specific location of a sound they heard. It's like the part of the brain reserved for sight gets put to work on this other stuff, including hearing.
But shouldn't we use a real lineup for this?
This is better. Our tech guy recorded these samples taking into account the acoustics of the parking lot and the approximate distance the shooter
Yeah,
was
tech
from
guy's changing the audio though
but
is
if this
not
comes
gonna
back to bite
play
us-
All
well
right,
in the
Henry,
court
I
case.
just want you to listen to these recordings and tell me which one is the voice.
It would be
you heard.
better to do a
Okay,
real
detective.
lineup.
Nina.
Nina!
And then they specifically just played the same audio from the beginning. Which voice is the shooter? It's asking me to pick myself. It's voice 4.
Nina!
Is that the voice of the shooter? Yes. So I'm playing as the little kid?
That's the guy.
Good
Wow.
job. I think we got him.
That's a weird
Thank you,
jump in
Henry.
this game.
You really did your mama proud.
I tried extra hard. You know, for her. I know you was worried I couldn't.
I didn't mean for you to hear that.
It's all right. She said ain't everybody in this world always gonna give me a fair chance. Are you gonna catch the guy who killed her?
I don't need to catch him. You just did.
Apparently there were no bonus stars, or there might have been red herrings, though. Like, this is such a short thing. Let's just
All right,
replay
Henry,
Okay.
and see
Nina.
what happens.
Nina.
If we go to this
Nina.
and then say no, it doesn't even do
Nina.
anything. No.
Nina.
So no red herrings.
Nina!
Some real opportunity there to have
Good
done
job.
something different.
Thank you.
I tr-
I did.
But
It's all
they
right. She said
they didn't bother to put anything interesting there.
Why can't we work out a deal here? Is Scott Leonard really a murderer?
He became one when he killed Shar Jackson. I want murder too. Maximum sentence. Make an example.
Well, we got the gun.
He says it was self-defense. The gang fight put him in fear of his life.
Plus, we got the kid's testimony, and he ID'd Scott Leonard's voice.
Ugh,
Murder
not so
too
fast.
is big.
Judge just granted the defense motion to suppress the auditory lineup.
On what grounds?
Unreliable evidence. Without the lineup, we can't introduce Nina. And without Nina, we don't have a revenge angle.
Talk to the detectives again. We need to shore up our case.
Yeah. That
so,
sucks.
who else we got?
a racist security guard, and a gangbanger.
Great. Well, Of the two evils, who would you put on the stand?
I hate to say it, but probably the security guard.
Really?
Yeah, you put Tarvarius Sims on the stand and the jury is only going to see his color. The defense will introduce his criminal record and they'll play the race card and say he doesn't like Scott Leonard because he's white.
Detective Curtis, I'm impressed at your grasp of sleazy courtroom ethics.
This ain't my first
I
rodeo.
would go with the security guard too, because he actually knows who was there and who shot the gun, whereas the other guy didn't see anything. So I would assume, hopefully, that they had coached this guy and said, look, just don't look like a racist on the stand, and you'll come out squeaky clean in this interview if you point it towards the guy.
Mr. Zemsta, tell us about what you saw on the day of the shooting.
Just another day in the asphalt jungle, Mr. Cutter. You know how it is. I'm trying to keep order, and I got a bunch of bangers outside in the parking lot aiming to shoot each other up.
So you saw two rival gangs squaring off. Did you recognize anyone?
No, not anyone in particular. All them bangers look the same to me.
You didn't know anyone in the gangs?
No.
That's not true. Yes, he did. See, he's making himself look bad, and I don't know why. See, this is really just a memory question. Memory
Mr.
game
Zemsta,
now.
you told police you recognized Tarvarius Sims.
Oh yeah, right. I guess I did.
The hell? Why didn't Cutter coach this kid? We need a little polish here.
This might be the polish.
Other than the gangs, can you remember anyone else?
Kid, his mom. Tragedy. Real tragedy.
Is he leaving someone out? Is he really gonna pull the exact same thing again? Like, try to blame... Told the police he saw Scott Leonard.
Anyone else?
Your Honor, please. If Mr. Cutter digs any deeper, he's gonna need a pickaxe. This is clearly leading.
Last chance, Mr. Cutter.
I have to go, are you sure?
You sure you didn't see anyone you can remember?
Not really.
You know what you do right now is you introduce the testimony, the
Your
transcript
Honor,
of the
permission
interview.
to treat witnesses hostile.
Permission granted, Mr. Cutter. Hope you know what you're doing.
Mr. Zemsta, you will now answer my questions with a simple yes or no, and you will answer them truthfully, or the DA's office will charge you with obstruction and perjury. Is that crystal clear?
Yes.
On the day of the shooting, did you see the defendant on the premises of your shop?
Yes.
That's not a particularly good way to phrase it because it's not his shop. So he could have said no. And he could have been objected to. Is he telling the truth? Yes. He didn't share beer with him. He saw him in his car. Or did he see him in the alley? No, he saw him in the car.
How long was he there for?
I think an hour.
See, we'd have to go all the way back to the interview here and see how long he said. And see, if you just introduced the transcript of what was said in the meeting or the testimony of the police, you could easily prove this guy was lying earlier. About an hour before. Nice car. Correct. Zimsta said Benson told Benson and Curtis. Zimsta. This is the right one. A lot of names happening.
Did you recognize the model of the car he drove?
Yes, it was a Challenger.
Is that true? No. It was a Charger. But he didn't know that.
You told police it was a Charger. Are you changing your testimony?
No, I mean a Charger. I just forgot. I'm nervous.
And finally, did you see him speed away from the scene of the crime?
Yes.
C or here? I'm gonna go with yes. So we've got it up to 100%, but it's still, still could be a problem. Oops, clicked the wrong thing.
Thank you.
And I lost 20 points because of that.
Antonio.
Like one mistake screws you up a lot. You're ahead by 80 points. The jury sides with you for this part.
Mr. Zemsta, are you a racist?
Objection.
Objection, Your Honor.
Is he badgering his own witness? Relevance.
Defense is badgering the witness.
Overruled.
Mr. Zemsta, did you see Scott shoot the victim?
Darn it.
No.
Why? Were you doing something else?
Yes.
What?
Hiding.
Where?
In the alley.
So you didn't see the actual shooting?
No.
Because you were hiding in the alley.
Yes.
What kind of cowardly security guard are you? Hiding in the alley?
Objection. Defense is badgering the witness.
Sustained. Watch it, Mr. Antonio.
You have an alcohol problem, don't you?
What? No.
It's a known fact that you drank on the job. You told the police as much.
I guess.
So it's safe to say you were probably drunk that day.
Object on that.
Objection.
Speculation.
Speculation. Defense is taking this one too far.
Sustained.
Regardless, your status as an eyewitness leaves much to be desired. Withdrawn. No further questions.
He withdrew to an objection that didn't even happen. So we're still at 80.
Go ahead, Mr. Cutter.
Ask about the defendant.
Mr. Zemsta, had you in fact seen Mr. Leonard parked in the lot for several months prior to the shooting? And did you see him that day only minutes before?
No. No, that's not right, Mr. Cutter.
We have to go all the way back to this interview that is over here and see if he was in our lot like 4 times this week. He just drank in the parking lot and sat for hours. I told him to leave once, then he flashed a gun at me. I thought he was there to buy drugs or something. Several months prior to the shooting. Is he correct? Yes. There we go.
It wasn't several months prior. It was only a couple of days, Mr. Cutter. And he was in his car for like an hour before the shooting started.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ouch.
And we are ahead by 100 points. And we want the murder to maximum sentence. Which seems like that's probably the wrong thing. Wouldn't it be murder 1 that we're going for? Depends on if we think he premeditated the murder or not. It seems, I guess what we're trying to make is he went to kill the gangbangers and instead shot the mother, so that would be accidental murderer. Anyways, we are done with this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.